doing?
Good. Finally getting to do this.
Say that again?
I said we finally getting to do this interview.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I take blame for that, man. I've been just all over the place, getting ready to move out west. Actually,
Where you moving to?
Cali. Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah, man. The fam, we moving out there, so just been trying to get ready for that.
Yeah, I mean, looking for.
So yeah, man. Let's just jump right into it. I'm recording it, so you know, I'm little snippets, parts. I'm gonna chop it up, throw it up on Instagram, whatever. I really feel like
Okay, cool.
it's a needed story. I think everybody need to hear it. It's probably gonna help out a lot of kids that's probably in your situation but don't know how to handle it, or So I really think people need to hear what you got to say.
Appreciate that.
No problem. So first thing I want to ask you, man, is do you miss it?
No, not at all.
Not at all,
Nah,
sir. Really?
nah. Yeah, I don't miss it at all. Just because it's not a game. Like if 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 it was it was like the high school, like the master, like yeah, like that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the camaraderie, the brotherhood, and just the whole program and what coach Brooks does with the team. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a game because it's still a game. It's still like your passion. But once I had a taste of that industry and the corporation level of it, nah, I don't miss it at all. Because it's not a game no more. It's really a corporation.
So at what point, cause I really want to slow walk through this, cause it's this is new. Like that's what I'm saying. Like this is a new thing. I don't think it's too many other players out there that have, especially in your situation where you had a pretty impressive freshman season and then you just walked away. So I don't want to jump ahead, but just at what point did it hit you like, all right, this is not what I thought it was?
Um, after fall camp, to be honest with you, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really big on bigging myself up. I'm one of my biggest. I am my biggest critic. Like on the field, nobody breaks down film like I do it myself, besides my father. So I'm my biggest critic, and just kind of grading wise, and after fall camp and seeing like my grade sheet and everything like that, and then after fall camp ended, when the season first started, um, with the changes that I've seen happen and like what I've seen occur, I'm like, oh, like this is not about talent, work. Like this is not what you told it's about. You know what I'm saying? Like when you grow up playing ball, work hard, put the work in, perform, and when I see what I've seen, I'm like, okay, this is not that. But I felt that okay, you're a freshman, and like maybe you crazy, like you know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is how it is. Like you know what I'm saying? Like this is just how it is. And then when I seen that, it's okay, it's just how it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta, you feel me? Like, you're a person, like, just keep doing your thing. But I'm a curious guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one of those kids that's just gonna, like, let something happen and that be that. So, I ask questions, you know what I'm saying? I ask questions, um, coaches, former players, people at other schools, and the position I was in playing, when I was playing, um, I was connecting with people in the NFL and like managers and agents and people behind the scenes that knew I was smarter than the average, you know, the freshman or the average like player in general. So I would ask them certain challenging questions, and at a certain point, I would understand like, okay, like you're not the crazy, you know, so like you're not the crazy, and just week after week, just seeing how things was going. Because from the outside looking in, you would think, okay, a lot of kids don't play because this kid may not be good or this kid is not. But no, when you see firsthand, I mean, and every school is not like that. But I was blessed. Like I'm gonna say blessed. Like it's not even a fortunate situation. I was blessed to be exploited to the true industry, not where I'm in a program where a lot of things is hidden. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff is hidden, so you kind of don't know. You know what I'm saying? You kind of
Right.
just you're just in the matrix of it. So I was in a position where my coach was honestly an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't care for the players, so he didn't care to he didn't care about the players. So him not caring about the players exploited the truth of a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And a lot lot of players don't really think. A lot of people don't think in general. So a lot of times they go over your head, and you kind of just think like this is supposed to happen or this is how it's supposed to be. But that's not me. You know what I'm saying? And I analyze stuff. I'm curious, and just seeing the truth of it, I kind of got to understand. It was like, all right, you're not the crazy. You know, so like, you're not the crazy one. And once I understood that, that's where it kind of helped me guide my business. I mean, and every week I was because I took pride in the game. I took pride in my craft. So every week I was graded out high. You know what I'm saying? Like every week I was putting out good film, making plays. You know what I'm saying? Like and practice grading out high as DB. I mean, you can ask the best team. I honestly think that Kill Harry is the best receiver in the country. You can ask the Kill Harry yourself, who is the best defensive back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see you film and me and him going at it. Like, there's times where he never caught a pass on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and him was the best talent. You know what I'm saying? From freshman, from fall camp. That's the only reason I came in playing because coming in, I'm not gonna lie to you, they don't really treat East Coast guys right. And I didn't know that until I got here. But when I competed against Akeem Harry, it was like, okay, he's not scared, number one. Number two, he really out here like making plays on the best receiver in the country. So that kind of like woke some people up. But it's just that right there. When you are competing with the like quote unquote or arguably the best receiver in the country, who is going to be a top 5 receiver in his draft class or a top 5 player in his draft class, and you know what I'm saying, attack with him, and you know what I'm saying, he can't, and y'all really battling out here, like y'all really battling every day, whereas like you won, he get one, you get one, it's okay. You know what I'm saying, like not a kid that's a D3 receiver or a kid that's not arguably the best receiver in college football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you grade out like high every day against this. Then and it's not, and then you can't really lie about that. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I went to the staff after the season, and just asked some questions, just like, you know what I'm saying, like you could be honest with me, like if it's not fast enough, if you don't have the plays, if I get better at this and this. You know what I'm saying, like. What is it? Because I'm a student of the game, and I want to perfect and master my craft. So whatever it is, I'm gonna go to the drawing board. And I'm gonna get better at it. But when you kind of just sit there and look at me and can't give me an answer because there is no answer besides political reasons, now you gave me the truth that I've been looking for. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of just felt like, and honestly, like that, I kind of got to the point outside of football, like with self and like spirituality and consciousness and knowledge, where I had a certain point of consciousness at the same time when I was seeing those truths, where it was like, okay, like I'm too conscious to put myself in that position again. You know what I'm saying? I'm too conscious to continue doing this because it's like when you're asleep towards something, and you're kind of just like a part of it, and you kind of don't see with that third eye, whatever it is.
Right.
You're kind of just like, all right, I'm gonna keep being like you have guys that keep getting rocked to sleep every year. They be told, keep working next year, and now they're a senior. They never, you know what I'm saying, like they've been screwed over 4 years, and they got a degree they can't use. So now they back home, and then you got a whole new generation of guys that come in from the same cycle. You know what I'm saying? And just realizing that, and I got to a certain point where I was just like, I just can't allow myself to be in that position again. And even if I did plan to go to the league, just how I am as a person, my beliefs, my personality, like what I truly want to do for the world, what I want to add to the world, and like my plan, it's much bigger than that average football. It's an average football player. Like, a lot of guys really don't think. Like I'm really a big thinker. Like I'm really a big thinker, and I put things on paper and I have big plans. And nobody really understood that I actually knew that. So it kind of threw people off because it's like, all right, what can he do now? Like we only know football, Robbie. It's like that's not my fault. And that's like your fault for not pulling back the layers hard enough to actually get to know me. You know what I'm saying? So I just at a certain point, I was just like, I know my truths, and I just can't. I can't allow myself to be blind to what I know. You know, so I can't put the blindfolders on. I can't just. I just couldn't allow myself to do that anymore.
So, like I want to backtrack a little bit. So with that conversation you had with your coaches, like what was the words that like caught you, like, all right, this is what it is, just I know you said they gave you political reason. Like, what was the reasons behind? Because I did kind of notice. I try to keep an eye on all the kids that I covered in high school, and like you were one of them. Like you and Nikhil were actually one of them. I got a chance to talk to Nikhil down at the Under Armour All American game. Great kid, spoke. Once I got to talk to him and he kept talking about his grandmother, I was like, yeah, I like this kid. I thought I agree with you. He is one of the top receivers in the country. But going back to you, I noticed how some games you would get a lot of time, and then another game it'd be like, all right, why he didn't get on the field today? So like I want you
Right.
like take me inside that conversation. Like what happened?
So all right, you got some JUCO guys, and it's all about size. To be honest with you, like it's all about size. Just keep honest with you. You got JUCO guys that don't perform well at all. Like Miss Needhams don't perform well. Game day practice, but play. So honestly, if you see what was going on with a player, you would say this kid. Number one, this kid will never play anywhere. All right, and just from behaviors and meetings, not knowing assignments, not performing, but starting, and it's like, what the hell was going on? It honestly gets to the point where it's just like, okay, what the hell is going on? Like, when if you were a coach, or even if you had an intern, you got two interns, you got one kid that's not focused, that doesn't know his craft, that's not working hard, you know what I'm saying, that's making excuses why he can't show up, or making excuses not to put in the work to film or catch his game. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then you see him on Snapchat in the party, and it's like, okay, if he want to continue being an intern, that's cool. But you're not gonna be my lead intern. Like I'm not about to take you to the main events because I know I can't rely on you. Like you don't even deserve it. But when you do take that kid to lead intern and the other kid has been showing up every day and giving you quality, you know what I'm saying, work, and it's like okay. Now like logically, what is up with you for you to continue doing this? You know what I'm saying? And it even got to a point where you had some players speak on stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it just like one of the coaches even left. You know, so we had a coach, really great guy. Oh, he was in the league for a while. Me and Matt had a great relationship, real knowledgeable guy. But he was like a QC, like a quality control. He could really be a coach. I forgot the term they used. For they be like rules. He honestly didn't come back due to what was going on last year. You know what I'm saying? So that shows you how it was. Like it's not just me. Like you got a lot of people that that don't want to hear you. They don't listen to you to understand you. They listen to you to respond and call you crazy or no. Well, it just but to show you that a grown man that played in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? That played in the NFL that has a great track record and knows the game, knows the craft to lead a program in our return due to the crap that was going on behind closed doors. That's another thing. Another thing that would show me this. And I'm on the phone. And I wasn't on the phone with the coach by myself. I was with a student, like an academic advisor, just so I can have another ear and another witness and kind of two brains. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not the crazy. I'm saying like I didn't want to be the okay. You just playing the victim, or okay. I'm saying like I didn't want to be just. I just wanted another person to have an honest, you know what I'm saying, unbiased opinion of the situation, right? So you come on the phone and it's like and none of the questions is getting answered. You can't. There's no answer to the questions because there's no valid, true answer or genuine answer you can give. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie to you. They like the staff doesn't know this, but who was it like in like a little lunch one day? You know, so you had the team meals and walking behind the coaches. They never even know this occurred. Head coach Graham, he was part of the defense backs. He's just like, he's 5'8", he never play anywhere. And it's like what does height have to do with anything? You know what I'm saying? Like you
Right.
recruit me honest. Like and my thing is you can keep it 100 with me. Like if it's height, cool. I can find somewhere else to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I can find somewhere else to be. And this is before I became conscious of a lot of stuff. This is still like that confused state for me. And I'm just like, okay, like I hear you throwing out the little height thing. It's like you're quickly saying height's not a problem and this and this. You could have just told me off the rip, but I understand that you want to recruit, you want the points, you know what I'm saying? Like you want that for your staff. So I understand it's like now I can find somewhere to play. But when they blatantly lie in your face when one, the Coach Graham would say, "Oh yeah, um, the field corner's not doing too well. We're looking for you to, you know what I'm saying, keep grading how we're looking for you to take the field corner over." But then you have the defensive back coach would say, um, well, he thinks you only a nickel, so you know what I'm saying, like just keep cracking on that. And you not knowing that the person that told you, the head coach just told you he going to be a nickel. He telling me he think I can start the field corner this week. You know what I'm saying? So somebody lying in my face. Either you telling the truth that he didn't want you to speak on, or you know what I'm saying? And it's like, come on, like I'm not one of the kids that I'm not one of the kids where you have to do that to me. You have to be biased to the, you know what I'm saying? I'm smarter than that, and when they didn't understand that, I am smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? They just kind of, I was just one of those like 19-year-old freshman kids, and he kind of just like passed through the system like everybody else. And I'm not a 99% type kid. I'm not a 99% type kid. And and I would try to express some stuff to my father, but he's one of those. You know what I'm saying? He was one of those like, oh well, just keep working hard. It's like nobody understands. Like nobody understands because they're not in that predicament, they're not in that situation. So I got to the point where I was just alone. Like I was just by myself. And honestly, we had a safety last year. Armand Perry, he retired, and another safety like Marcus Ball. And a couple of guys will tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple of guys will actually tell you the truth. And man, Armand's really close, and it's like nah, bro, you just got screwed. Like that shit was really fucked up. Like a lot of that shit was fucked up. And from the outside looking in, not knowing the truth, a lot of people don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like they don't listen to understand. But I've had conversations with, I'm saying, coach, like, what's up? And they can't get to the dollar answer. And their actions show that it's not about who's performing well. You know, it's not about who's performing well. It's not about who's showing up playing. After, like I said, the academic advisor, after he's on the phone, he's like, yo, that's the most bullshit conversation I've ever heard. Like, if I'm saying, like, not for me, but for somebody that's an unbiased third party, like, okay, I just heard the whole conversation, and that's the most bullshit thing I've ever heard. From an unbiased, you know what I'm saying, that was there every day in practice, like, okay, like, I see you, like, I know what you can do. Like I said, I see you every day in practice and when you play the games. Like, you know what I'm saying, like, I see when some shit is those games, like, okay, we need to, like, check this dude right here, Robbie. Like, we need you to, like, go over there and get in the slot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen when our field corner was getting killed the first half of the season, and instead of benching him, you throw him at the nickel corner to start for political reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no answer you have for that. Like, there's no answer you can give for that. When the kid is not grading out, not performing, you know what I'm saying? Like, not showing the consistently, not knowing the assignments. Like what balance answer can you get? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no answer you can get. And I'm not the type of, like, I'm the type of person I ask those questions, you know what I'm saying? I ask those questions. I ask those, like, those why and what can you do better questions. And I ask, what can I do better to even with that, what can I do better to excel? And there's no answer you can give me besides keep doing what you're doing. Now I'm wasting my time. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I just want to waste my time. And that's kind of all it was to it. It was honestly just a really, really fucked up situation. So that's really honestly all it was. Just a really mental situation.
What made you decide to finish the season? Because it sounded like you went through the season just realizing like this not what I want. What made you decide to just at least finish the season?
Because I actually like the craft of defensive back. It got to that point where I was like, okay, I'm done with the politics of it. I'm done with the whatever. But I enjoy the craft of playing defensive back. So I'm really about to focus on this every day. Like, I'm really about to focus on my technique and, you know what I'm saying, taking my steps every day. I'm really about to focus on, like, just perfecting the craft. And it got to the point where I was like, when I knew I didn't want to do it anymore, but there's kids that are 5'9", kids that have no hope of playing, you know what I'm saying, D1 football enough because they're undersized. So I got to the point where I was kind of just doing it to give them hope. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I knew what I wanted to do, it was just there is some kid out there that's like, man, I can't play, or everybody telling me that's just wrong. But Robbie in ASU, so I mean, I could do it too. You know what I'm saying? It got to the point where I was kind of just doing it for that reason, like, and that reason alone.
When did you? Was it a certain game that you decided like after this year I'm done, or it was just like
Yeah,
after the season?
yeah. UCLA game. I caught an interception at the end of the game against UCLA on ESPN, and and just how I felt. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, every game, like my whole life, bro, like every game, just like loving the game of football, I would almost cry, like going out the tunnel, or like even in high school, like it would just be an emotional release. Like I would almost cry every game since I was 6 years old. Since I was like almost every game, I was just from the passion. And once I was like, I got to the point where I was yawn, I'm like tunnel. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you got one of the best entrances. I think like the most exciting entrances, like with the fireworks and the band stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the warm environment. And I got to the point where I was yawning. And against UCLA, fourth quarter, that last game, the last play before the interception, we called a timeout. And I was in the, and mind you, like a couple seconds left, like game on the line, like blood pumping, and I'm just sitting there like, yawning my jaw. Like, I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up catching an interception. I'm just like, I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. And at that point, I knew that, I don't know, like, because nobody really, only a few people know, like, how much I truly like love the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, the game, like, truly love the game. But once I hit that point, um, and I started going through like depression, and once I hit that point, I was kind of at like a low, and I was like for the sake of my mental health, like nah, like my mental health is more important than this. You know what I'm saying? Like my mental health is more important than this. And when I understood that, and that's what it was. It was just like my mental health is more important than this. So I'm going to do something that truly like serves me and makes me happy.
Hmm. Did you like your other teammates? You say you had alone. You didn't speak to none of your teammates like about the things because usually when things happen with coaches, teammates kind of try to band together and find some type of solace in the situation. But it sounded like you were alone in this. So like, did you have any like teammates that was with you on this journey?
But what's crazy is it got to a point where a lot of like players would get something would be like, yo, this is bullshit. Like, nah, like, yo, you like it got to that. Like, honestly, I'm not the type of guy that always, I'm not gonna really, I'm kind of like more to myself. Like, so I'm cool with everybody. Like, I'm cool with everybody, but I don't really get close to too many people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Right.
really cool with everybody. I joke, I laugh, friendship, but I'm really all about business. You know what I'm saying? So, um, my goal, it was all about business. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and I was a freshman, so I didn't really have any deep relationships with anybody, but I had people I was cool with. And as a time, because when you compete with people, when you compete in competition, you know what I'm saying, competition. But when it got to a point where even the guys you compete with, it's like, yo, this is bullshit. Like, this is playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it got to that point where it's like, like the offensive coaches is like watching film of how to beat DBs, and they're watching your film of like keep the technical corner. If you want something like we gonna watch film with him, and if you can beat him, you can beat anybody. When you got receiver coaches doing that, the receivers like, yo, you need to be in, and you got other DBs like, yo, we the worst center in the country. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when it gets to that point, and like team captains, it's like, yo, like yo, this shit is not okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it got to that point. Like, I wasn't dealing with mental stuff by myself just because, like, I'm not really, like, open and at that time, I was not really openly expressing myself. Like, I wasn't openly expressing my emotions. I was highlighting emotions. I was highlighting what I was going through. You know what I'm saying? I was highlighting stuff, and I just didn't really express myself. But it got to that point where it was just like, it was dudes that I didn't even talk to that was just like, yo, like, like, yo, I don't know what the fuck going on, but they wild. Like, yo, you should be in. Like, it got to that point. It didn't even really get to that point. And when it hit that, and I was gonna be like, I'm not the crazy one here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the
Right.
crazy. Like, I'm not just being biased because like I feel like I try to bias. I like me, so I should like nah. Other people see it too, and it did. Like, it was team captains, other DBs, I'm saying like receivers, and just like yo,
So, like, I feel like now we about to transit to with this next question. We about to transition to the NCAA. I'm pretty sure you feel a certain way about them too. Um, why
Oh,
why why?
and this too. We had a dude I'm cool. We played receiver, right? And
Mm,
this was like game points too. Dude played receiver, never played DP ever in his life. Like played DP nothing. You know, he was a great kid, great receiver, amazing receiver. Never played DP. When I say they brought this dude over to the defensive backside and put that man straight in the starting four on some like yo, like you feel me, like come on, bro, like what on some like imagine like the dude that never ever, you know what I'm saying, uh, did anything with sports broadcast, you know what I'm saying, film and record, you know what I'm saying, like nothing, and the people that you connected with, I'm saying like yo, we about to, you know what I'm saying, teach him the Vegas with us, you know what I'm saying, it's like yo, it's just like yo, what is this, like
nah,
you got like.
definitely understand on that one.
And when that situation happened, that's when everything was like, all right, now that's when other players start speaking. It was like, all right, like now it is some functions. That's when that was another situation.
Wow, damn man. So why didn't you choose to go to another school? Like why didn't you choose to just transfer out of there?
I'm not gonna lie to you. At the end of the season, I did visit a couple schools. I was talking to the coaches to transfer. But once I had a certain confidence level, you know what I'm saying? Like after I lost the love of the game, I was putting like a lot more energy into like reading and like trying to find myself. You know what I'm saying? And like learning new stuff and like learning about the world, like learning about the truths and asking certain questions about like the truths of things behind the scenes, learning about industries and corporations, and that's when I started like truly understanding like and forming my ideology, like how you say, like about the NCAA and stuff like that. That's
Mm,
when I truly started understanding a lot more, and with less in denial. Like a lot of people know stuff, but they kind of just in denial. You got players that love the game so much that it's kind of just like it kind of goes over their head. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is messed up, but I love the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's whatever. Like, I'm gonna still get mine. Like, you still have to get that mindset. Like, I'm gonna still get mine though. I'm gonna still put up my family. But once I understand the truth of certain stuff, that's what it's like. I don't have the love for it. I'm kind of too confident to put myself in that situation. I didn't want to go to a school where, honestly, they could have given a scholarship to a kid that loved the game. Like, they still hope they call me down, but I wouldn't want to take that scholarship over a kid that's dying to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, the
right.
scholarship goes to a kid that's dying to play. A kid that's like dying to play for the school. And I'm not about to go out there and not give it my all like I know I can, or you know, like because I don't love it. When even if a kid that's not as talented as me, but he's gonna come in and give you that 110% because he's like he wants to be like that kid deserves that opportunity, like, and I don't want to take it away from anybody.
Do you feel like that love can come back? I
Nah,
you like it's gone. Like the love for
um,
the sport is just
I,
it's
I
completely
love the
gone.
game, like I love the craft. Like I love the craft where I analyze the game. You know what I'm saying? Like I analyze the game. If I watch a football game, like I act like I'm playing corner, like what's coming next. Now, like honestly, like I watch a game that's like down and distant. I see the formation, I see the personnel. So I love the game like I'm still playing. Like I love the craft of the game. But if I did come back, I would be in that corporation of NCAA, NFL. It's like CTE too. Like that's really that's more serious than people understand. Like he's way more serious than people understand. TT is like way much of a bigger issue. It should be a bigger issue than what it is. Like it's not. People don't really put as much distance on TT as they should. And understand that like not, I just couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like at first, honestly, I was one of those guys that would have a concussion or whatever, and I was shaking off because like I went to because I love the game so much. But now I truly value like long term health. I truly value the quality of life, and just like I said, I just hit a certain confidence level where I couldn't put myself in situations like that. But I love the game. Like the game, I love the craft of it. I like separating football from the industry of football. I love the game of football. You know what I'm saying? Like even though like what it was built off of and whatever, but just like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, like I felt like it was an art. Like I was an artist and it was my kids, you know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I was an artist. So like the art of the game, I love that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I watch the game and I would think like I'm playing corner. I know the down distance. I see the personnel what's coming next. Like I'm acting like I see the quarterback's eyes. Like I even do that. So like that shows you that I still care about the game and the craft of it to the back. But I could never like I miss the game and come back. Like never that. Like give me some equipment. Like nah, never that.
No, I agree with you. Cause right now I made it clear like fan our sports. We're currently boycotting the NFL, and it took me to really, cause like I'm with you. I love the game. It is an art. I hate what the NFL, the NCAA has turned it into. Cause you're right, it is a corporate. And to hear you say that, like as young as you are, and to notice that, it's refreshing. Cause it's like it is a corporation, and it is something that it destroyed what it's supposed to be, basically.
Exactly. That's my thing. Like, so you get it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't get that aspect of it. Like the fight between the two and the craft. Yeah, the craft is like we love the craft, but they destroyed it with the industry. So you get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to explain that so many times, and people don't understand it. And some people don't try to understand it. But that's exactly what I'm trying to say right here.
Yeah, and you're right. People love that football, man. Like that's been better than us for. You figure like on the movie Concussions. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but it's a line where they basically say like the NFL owns Sundays, like like it owns that day. So, and just now I feel like the blinds are being opened on the darkness of it, and I feel like that time is gonna come for the NCAA too. I still love college football more because for kids that, like you said, they still love it. Like they love to play. Like despite all you know the negatives that go along with it, they still love it, and I can appreciate that. I can appreciate a kid that go out there and give it his all, just because the love and the passion is still there. But at the same time, listening to you, it's like, man, I wish more kids would have this type of mentality, because things would change. Things would definitely change if kids knew or understood what type of power they have. And
That's my thing too. It's like I understand like the love you have for it and that, but I just wish that more people understood what it's become and how much power you actually have. And that's why I made the decision I made, because I understood the power I had, but I wanted to inspire you to understand that no, like at the end of the day, you hold you are power. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like that's what you say like that right now. You hold the power.
yeah, man, you definitely took a different route. So all right, I want to get into like what you're doing now. So you've been a year out. Season's pretty much over. You stand, you don't miss it. So what is Robbie Robinson doing now?
Um, I had so many projects. Honestly, it was a point where I was getting like so much negativity and like hate projected towards me, and just like no support. That it was like I had so many projects, and it was like I was doing everything at one time, trying to make something pop. And it was like I was trying to prove everybody else wrong, and that put me in a position where it was like I was stressed. It was like I was stressed and whatever. But now I understand, like laying instead of building a wall, lay one brick at a time perfectly, and then you're gonna have a quality walk into the day. You know what I'm saying? So right now I trade currency for it. And, I opened a business to teach people the opportunity to trade forex. What with like with the support of like expert traders and not just the educated field, but expert traders and it's like the best traders in the world um, behind the platform. You know what I'm saying? Like educating people just because the power of forex is like 10 years ago there was no smartphone. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't make money from your smartphone, you couldn't make money from the internet. But now with the power of the internet and everything on digital, it's a all
Right.
parents was in the classroom being taught industrial-age stuff, so that made sense to go to school and make money from going to school to get a job. That was the only way at that point. But now those days are ending. And our generation and our time is the birth of a whole new thing. And so many people don't see it because people see the now so much that they can't see 5 years from now. You know what I'm saying? They can't see from now. And when things happen, the entire society is like, oh, we're screwed. Like a market crash. It feels like a market crash or out there to play. Like nobody sees it because people are so stuck in the now. You know what I'm saying? Like the popular today and the fad today is like so cool now. And I just understood the power behind like investors. You know what I'm saying? Like, investing is the 1% of Americans are investors. 97%. And I'm not big on valuing money, but I understand freedom. And I understand that 70% of people live paycheck to paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand the majority of people lack when the majority of people are in debt. And I understand how to build wealth. You know, I learned that stuff now. I didn't know before when I was playing ball. I had so much like free time, and I was so engaged in learning and becoming like more knowledgeable that I started picking apart like the world. Like like how do people actually gain freedom? You know what I'm saying? Like how do people gain like I see so many people having health issues or education and it stems from lack of finance, even from relationships. So understanding that, I was like, if you help people learn how to take control of their life financially, and build wealth and create that time and financial freedom, that it will ease a lot of other things in their life and they'll be able to live life of their desires. Because there's so many people that do things because they have to. And I figured out that was like, that's not life. Like you want to be able to do what you want to. You know, like you want quality health. Like you want to be able to travel. You want to be able to wake up when you want and be in control of your life. And so many people aren't. And when I came across like the power of work, the power of like what we had with the internet platform, I created what I created with that. And I'm working on an app, a smartphone app for college athletes. The future of college athletes, like revolutionizing the recruitment process, just because I feel like 5 official visits aren't enough. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody, I won't say nobody, but not everybody has money for an unofficial visit. Everybody doesn't have the money to travel. But at the same time, official visits aren't enough for kids to have those offers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on an app where it revolutionizes that to the point where it's unimaginable. It's unimaginable like what it would do to the recruiting industry to be able to take. I'm not really going to too much detail, just like not knowing who's going to see the interview or not, but it is that like revolutionize the recruiting industry where I feel like it's going to be so big that the NCAA will try to ban it, but it can't because nothing like that has ever been created. I'm working on a book series right now, like a book series. I finished one movie script. I'll probably wait for a little bit to work. It's just so much that I've been working on. It's like I have so much free time now. I just have so much that I'm working on. And there's a lot of stuff that probably won't even hit the surface or hit the public and maybe 5 years. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a while till everything becomes, you know what I'm saying, into reality. I'll be able to launch everything. But I'm working on so much stuff. My main thing right now, though, is building business. You know what I'm saying? Like, my main thing right now is the Forex thing. It's the Forex thing and building my business with Forex to help people understand that platform. But some people have like this misconception of like that's really it. Like no, like I'm learning like about like clean water and clean air because like I want to be able to create something where I can give clean water to people because we have so many toxins and metals in our water that's actually like poisoning people. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to create something where people have like more like higher alkalinity in the water. Jaden Smith has his own water brand and even being able to collaborate with him or be able to start my own thing and being able to like get into energy. You know what I'm saying? Clean up with efficient energy. Energy with water, not oil, not gas. Cleaner air, you know what I'm saying? Like not polluting air, but being able for people to have fresher air and just stuff like that. Like it's just so much that I'm working on to add value to the world. On a stage of adding value to better people's lives, like, to higher the quality of people's lives. I have a couple foundations start for the youth, like helping them understand themselves, like finding themselves, being themselves. You know, like being yourself in a world that wants you to be like everybody else. Like, I want to create a foundation where um, I'm building people up through personal development and motivation and helping them find that career they truly love. Like and just being yourself. I want to be able to create a program financial where I'm helping the homeless or the unfortunate live like this, like not just give them shelter, not just give them food for a day, but be able to spend time with them and help them see that it's not too late to build your dream. And let's actually work on building your dream. You understand? So I'm just working on stuff like that. I just have like so much in place where I have a big notebook that I just have so much stuff in. Um, I have a picture part drawing up that I want to put out. Um, it is so much that I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? So many different projects that I kind of drawn out that won't be launched, you know what I'm saying, to years down the line. But it's just all about adding value to the world. You know what I'm saying? Like inspiring the dreamers, inspiring the doers. Because there's so many people controlled by fear. You know what I'm saying? Controlled by fear, controlled by the people that maybe are older than them or younger than them, telling them that you can't do this or that can't be done at the time or lack of support so they don't go through with it. So I kind of want to be that not an icon because I feel like people separate themselves from icons like this person is better than me. I want people to understand that no, like we're one. Like I'm you, you're me. So if I'm able to do this, you are too. You know what I'm saying? And it's like inspiring the dreamers, inspiring the doers, inspiring those with philosophical minds and big minds that actually they can not be scared to go left when everybody's going right. Not being scared to stand on your beliefs even when everybody else believes something different. You know what I'm saying? Not be scared to raise your hand and be wrong, or not being scared to be embarrassed. Not being scared to fail because you know more failure leads to success. And I just add as much value as I can. You know what I'm saying? Like through energy, through water, through the environment. Um, I really want to tap into the youth. Like I said, I've been working on creating a foundation to be able to work with the youth, like hands on directly. Um, Personal development and motivation and stuff like that. Mental illness. That's a big thing now too, where people are suffering from mental illness and don't know how to get through. They don't know how to express themselves. And me going through what I went through with depression and getting through that by myself, I feel like I'm able. You know, feel like I'm able to be able to speak to others and connect with people that went through that and help them out too. So that's really all I'm about now, honestly.
Man, you a you a gifted kid, man. for
Right.
for real, for real. Yeah, I kind of I dabble with forex myself, so it's interesting to hear. How old are you?
19.
Yeah, I wasn't. It's interesting to hear a 19-year-old talk about that because I know that wasn't what I was thinking about at 19.
It's funny because like so many people like don't know about it. It's okay.
Right. Nah, you're right. They
You
don't.
can't blame everybody for not knowing about it. But then when you talk to somebody about it, a lot of people try to tell you like, oh, like that's fake, that's a scam. And it's like, man, like they really create systems where that the 1% is happening to you, and if you tell somebody like, yo, like, nah, like this is how the 1% is the 1%. Like, nah, that's fake. And it's like, man, like we really, you know what I'm saying? Like we're really that blinded as a society.
Nah, you're right. A lot of people don't know about it. I started because when I was in high school, I traded stocks, but I didn't know anything about the foreign exchange. I just found out about the foreign exchange like probably 2 years, 3 years ago. But I didn't really jump into it till probably like earlier this year. And no, but you're right though. Like people, and it's just because it's different. It's not something that, especially like
Yeah.
in our communities and our like that's not what we're taught growing up. We're not taught about stocks. We're not taught about like investing. That's not the things we learn growing up. So,
At all.
it's just different. And when you try to introduce somebody to something different and they don't understand it, they'll rather just not take the time to try to understand it because that's more work. It's too much work.
Man, and that was a big thing too. Like when I knew about sports in my junior high school, reading about Lewis Neal. He presently died, Cowboys now, but he was at LSU at the time. and I dabbled with it. I really didn't take it serious until, like you said, earlier this year. Um, but when I first started, my whole mission was to build the black community and the Lord community, like through that. Just because I know so many people that's going to apply. I know some people that think that's the only way. And it's like, if you can, if you can sell drugs, it's like if you be a foreigner, you can trade. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You can be an amazing trader. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And like,
It's the
at that
same
point,
thing.
you using your laptop and your phone. Like you don't got to look over your shoulder no more. So even if you go back to like I know my old tweets when I first started. Stop playing ball. I was first into like I'm saying build because it's hard. That was my target audience. Like that was my target group that I wanted to build with. And I realized that we are so out of touch with that stuff and it's so different and people are so trained to work 40 years because it's comfortable rather than learn something for a couple years. And I was like and it put me in a position where it was like I was going nowhere. And like nowhere at all. And I was like, man, we really don't know anything, like, as a community, like, as a black community. And it was just like, it was that, I was like, that's what I really woke me up to, how, how much we don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then I started building with other people, and I'm like, okay, I gotta come back around to this group here. I gotta come back around to us, build us up later, once I get myself established, once I get my everything established. But, that's funny you say though. That was my just kind of just like I know dudes and like yo, if you can sell drugs, you can be an amazing trader, and this
Yeah.
is professional. But it's just so different, and nobody wants to be introduced or take the time to learn something different.
Yeah, it's different. It's not cool. You don't hear rappers rapping about it. Like
Yeah,
like for real. I'm telling you, like I tell people all the time, like man, dope boys are the best businessmen. Like if they
the
can learn
best
if they can
business.
learn how to do it legal, they can run corporate America. Cause corporate America and the drug trade, it's the same thing. It's just one you actually killing and you doing other you're not, but it's the same thing, the same principles, the same values. It's the same thing.
And
Like
I try to tell people that all the time. And it's funny how often I'm called crazy for it. Like, nah. And it's like, um, one of the people that also woke me up to that was 50 Cent too. I learned from him that like good American, cold Americans is honest and fair to him, and we need the 50 of law. And it's like just like you said, like yo, if we make this best business, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just how it is.
yep. No, man, don't look. You are on the right track. You catching on to it earlier than others. Like that's all it is right now. Like you just catching on to things earlier than others. Um, your parents, because like you made a big decision. You're not in school no more, right?
Nah,
Yeah. So not only did you stop playing ball, but you're not in school. So how did how did they react to your decision, to not only stop playing football but to leave school?
um, yeah, like honestly, when I first started playing ball, my dad didn't know I left school, but when I started playing ball, um, our kind of relationship grew. I wouldn't say it was around football, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how that goes when you
Right.
put so much time into something, and we didn't talk for a long time.
Wow.
Like we honestly don't even talk too much. Yeah, we talk from time to time, but the relationship is still like, you know what I'm saying? Just from that right there. That first I was really upset about it. Um, I was hurt, and after some time, it was kind of just like I just kind of forgave it because I mean, like you said, like that's it was kind of just like building off. You know, like I guess it was just so much emotion that I can't even fault them for it. You know what I'm saying? I wish it became like I wish it was a different reaction. Like I wish everything happened differently. But it really built me. Like it made me so much stronger. I just felt so much my own strength. I was able to like really find myself some more because of that. But like we didn't talk at all. Yeah, honestly, just to be honest, I think it was good. We didn't talk. Like we didn't talk at all. We didn't talk at all. So it's like right, like just being raised by for 19 years again because I chose this. Like it was a Victoria thing. Like just my mom, she was never about my no disrespect or anything. She was absent my whole life. Honestly. But everything else happened. It's crazy because I guess her and my dad talked, and that's what me and her talked. And that's what me and her became like, talking again. It was kind of like it got to a point where everything was going. He kind of just called her one day. It was like this and this and this, and she called me like, "Oh, what's going on? What's happening?" That's not explaining everything to her, and she was kind of understanding of it. You know, what I'm saying? She was understanding of it. Way more saying to him like we talked. It was cool, but um, like you said, black community, we not really taught anything. Um, so like I got to a certain, it was just kind of hard for her to truly understand it. Like she was accepting of it. She was understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, football know who you are. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was like that. She was a mother. Like, the football know who you are, or it's okay to choose up and down. Like, it was that, but didn't really understand the depth of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't understand like the truly the depth of it. And I can't fault her because majority of people don't. Like you said, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we both feel like majority of people wouldn't understand it.
Right.
So I couldn't really have those conversations with her. I couldn't really, just because so many people don't get it, you know what I'm saying? So you can't really fault anybody for it. You kind of got to speak to it still. But that's just how it was. Like, honestly, I was by myself, bro. My grandmother was there for them. My grandmother, my best friend was there. Lolo Harris at Maryland. Me and Lolo talked all the time. He was checking on me. I don't know if you cover Juan Briscoe from Maryland. Went to Georgia just for the Rutgers. Played corner. Me and Juan Briscoe developed a strong relationship because we honestly had the same. We was going through the same thing at the same exact time. Like it was kind of like so. It was kind of just like so identical the situation. So me and him like connected, built a strong relationship. Lolo Harris was there. My best friend Dominique. When I actually got into business and started building business with, he was there for the whole way. But it was kind of a small group of people. I can say like maybe five. My guy Marlon Carter, he played with Delaware State last year at BSU. It was kind of just like a small group of people that was there in my corner. But it was so many people who turned like it was so much negativity, so much hate. Just like nobody wanted to understand, and it's crazy because I was always that loving, positive person that kind of gave back. Like I never was a trouble kid, so I would honestly I thought that a lot of people would take it better than what they did. I thought it'd be more understanding. Like let's hear him out. He's a smart kid. He was good. So let's hear him out to understand like why he did that. So I thought it'd be more of that. But man, it was crazy. And it's like people that I was connected to that I could have asked anything before. You know what I'm saying? Like I never asked for anything anyway, but it was like if it was something about football or this and this, you call on the phone and make some moves and make some plays. But now I'm like, yo, like, nah, I'm just better at football. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we can change the world with this. Now it's like people want to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, now people want to play and turn, and it was just crazy. Like, I lost a lot of relationships. I lost a lot of friendships. I think a lot of people's true colors. And it was crazy because I kind of see the truth of society. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I just see the truth of society. And I'm like in business, so like I really feel for people. I have a big heart. I'm really caring. I'm really passionate about certain stuff. So like I would go a mile for somebody. I would just might like them my shirt off my back the last dollar. So me being that type of person and seeing the reactions from the people that I did that I thought was on my side or thought was on my team or loved me unconditionally. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it really hurt. Like that was like one of the biggest heartbreaks I've ever had. Um, it made me so strong because I had to find myself. I was forced to find myself. I was forced to get out those holes. I was forced to get out into those mental traps. And what really surprised me though was this. When I stopped playing ball, I was just treating like personal stuff. And it was so many people that was like, including parents. Like my dad, so many people that was like call me like, yo, somebody told me this, what's this, you know, it's that, it's this, or this, just so much of that, like that drama like stuff. Then I grew from that. I got past that stage, and I was so into spirituality and growing in positivity and love and building business and well doing it. It was like everybody was solid. Now instead of coming to me like you was before, everybody's talking to everybody else about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, the same people see my stuff. So now people don't like the pictures no more. You know what I'm saying? Like at first I wrote a football picture, I get 300 retweets. I get 1,000, and I don't value likes and followers. Like I don't value that. But it just shows you that the same people and would comment on every time I see you, bro. You growing and things like that. Like y'all still out. Y'all still see my posts because I post the IG story. I can see it view it. But now I'm saying you can scroll back the picture. You feel me? Like now. And now you're not showing the same love. You know what I'm saying? Like now somebody that I don't really even know too well that was kind of clapping for you. Be like, yo, you and this man cool. I was at the game the other day. I heard they was talking about this. You know what I'm saying? Like just wanted to hit each other. You know what I'm saying? Like people. I mean, I don't know if that's a man or that, but I was just wanting to keep it up. He was saying, like, is this people just cause it's people I can move. Like you got some people that's gonna tell you certain stuff because some people get intimidated by some people on the side. And some people just like, all right, I want to look out for you. You know what I'm saying? So I have people that I didn't even know that kind of just like, I know we don't know each other too well, but I respect you. You know what I'm saying? I respect, you know what I'm saying, you as a player, like you never really know wrong to me. I see how you always move close to the cat, so I just want to let you know this is going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I had people send me screenshots, and I had people send me like a voice record. You feel me? Like, it was just so much stuff that I was just like, man, I would never do this. You know, if this was anybody else, I would be like, yo, you good? You need anything? Like, how you doing? Like, yo, I know this is a big turning point. Like, you straight? Like, and at that point, I was showing so many people love. Like, even any prodigy movie somebody had, I was showing so many people love. Like, so good. I'm saying, showing so many people love, and I wasn't getting the same love back. I was, like, this is like this how people move. Like, and that kind of opened me up to a lot too. So, I had a, like I said, like a solid 5 people in my corner, but that was like a big heartbreak just going through that whole process of everything. Even with family too, like I said, like my dad and my mom, like the whole thing was just kind of like, man.
Damn, man, like you went through a growing period. That's all. Yeah, because when you initially told me, like when I reached out to you and you told me, I was like, wow. And I went back to when I interviewed you before, you know, right after your senior season, and like I know you're a smart kid. The dreams you had then. So when you told me that, I was like, it's he didn't just it's not just a reaction. Like this is something he actually thought about. So
That's my thing.
yeah.
And that's what got me. It's like you get that, and me and you never like kicked it before. You feel
Yeah.
me? And it was like, okay, I'm not one of those kids that's just like, it's whatever. Nah, like for this whoever, I actually thought about it. So like how you get you like you're interested, like I want to highlight you. So I was kind of giving people the benefit of the doubt, like whatever. But then I'm like, okay, like my man right here, like we talked a couple times, but he took this approach when it's like people I grew up with, you know what I'm saying, like it was on some other stuff. I'm like, man, like yo, how did that work?
And I
And
mean,
it's just so crazy how you say that.
it comes to a point where people wanted people wanted something like the support you seen for you playing football was basically people wanted something more for themselves and they wanted it just for you. Like just the they didn't support you just because you loved the game and this is what you wanted to do. They seen it as, oh, this could probably get me something too. So let me make sure he stick to this route. And
Yeah, fact.
sometimes that I mean, it's as bad as it may seem. That be the truth. And I mean, it all depends on how you use that as motivation. That could be a motivator, good or bad. But you know, now that you're doing something, like I said, go back. You're doing something different that no one understands. Like no one will get why you would want to leave a D1 school, why you would want to leave those type of resources. You playing in front of thousands of fans. You on TV. In 2 more years, you can go make millions of dollars. Why would you want to walk away from that? And people won't understand that, and unless they actually got to go through it.
Facts. It's like, and it got to that point where it was like, like I just can't explain myself no more. Like you just kind of gotta go through it to truly understand. And it's like without understanding it, you can't speak the negativity that you're speaking. You know what I'm saying? Like number one, we never really talked. Like you never really got to know me or know what's going on. At the same time, you don't know the depth of what was going on, like the situation. So it's like it's just so much stuff that like that people just say and the assumption and the story. It's like, and yo, you don't even know. Like you don't even know, and you just talking, and that kind of shocked me too because it's like I'm not the same person. It's like me, like how you do. Like you, I would hit somebody up like, all right, yo, like I know this and this, but I just want to hear from you because it's you. Like yo, what's up? Like walk me through it. Like walk me through what you're thinking. Like how you feel. Like what makes you. That's just how I am. And just hearing like even to this day, it's just so many people aren't like that. It's just like it's like yo, and the thing is like, oh, he was going to so many cancer, this and this and this and this. And it's like, yo, like y'all gotta look deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all gotta look deeper than that. And even if that is, instead of thinking on that wavelength, think that the fact he was doing that and going so hard at it, it's gotta be serious. You know what I'm saying? Like it gotta be serious. Like instead of us kind of taking the negative and projecting hate and negativity, like yeah, I'm like yo, let me hear like yo, what is really going on? But like you said, like yo, you just gotta experience it to get it.
Yeah, this is you like I said, man. You took a completely different route. Completely different route. Like when you first told me and I read the message, I was like, no, like why? Like you had a great season. Like how you walk away, but like I understand, man. Like I'm in the media. I'm on the media side of this. I played in high school, but I never made it past that level. But like on the media side, I can see, I get to see how dirty the game is, and it's dirty. It's very dirty, and you got to be very conscious to to want to walk away from it because it offers a lot. It can offer you a lot that the normal person would love to have. Um, but man, I like you said, we haven't spoke. This is only our second time speaking, but man, I'm proud of you, man, because I feel like you need to hear that right now. You need to hear that from somebody else. Like just very proud of what you're doing. You making you're not no dumb stupid kid that just did something out of reaction because you didn't get what you want. Like you made a conscious effort to really sit down and think about what you want in life. So for that, I'm proud of you, man.
Appreciate that, man. Really appreciate that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna it's a lot of information. I'm gonna make sure I get something, type something good up for you. Like I said, man, I'm gonna definitely like drop little snippets of this on IG and stuff and Twitter, just so I feel like if you present it to them, if you present it to people in a different way, they might can understand it better. So because you said some for a 19-year-old, you said stuff that I don't even think 50-year-old people that I know would understand. So very motivational. But yeah, man, just keep your head up and keep striving for your goals, man. Keep striving for what you want in life. Everything will come back to you. I pray that your relationship with your moms and your pops will get better because that's always important. No matter what, you need that relationship. Even if you gotta be the bigger man, and make sure that relationship is still there. But everything else you're doing, man, you on the right path. You definitely on the right path.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. So go ahead, man. Get back to what you're doing. It's almost 12 a.m. on this side. I'm gonna definitely keep in touch with you, man. So knowing what you're going through, knowing your story, I'm gonna definitely keep in touch with you, making sure everything good on your side.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that too. Yeah, you one of the good ones too. So we definitely gotta keep in touch. You got some time.
Yeah, man. Definitely. I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow.
Okay, but
All right, man.